Hello, everybody, this is Purge. I'm bringing you guys a replay commentary of Enigma. This is one of my favorite offlane heroes because he can be played a slightly different way than most players play him, and that is tanky Enigma. That's what I like to do, tanky Enigma. Tanky Enigma is cool because it doesn't force you to have to play some BKB blink timing, which for me personally doesn't work so good because I'm a little bit weak about keeping track of where my opponents are and counting all the spells that can disable me. So for me, it's a little bit easier to play tanky because it allows me to react to what my opponents are doing without having to plan ahead. So that's why it works for me. The facet I win this game is different than the normal one I get. I usually don't get Event Horizon. It makes people slower when they're running away from you. The reason I don't get it is because I prefer the one where if you take damage, you spawn an Eidolon. But I was against an Earthshaker this game, and I was worried to have a lot of Eidolons this game, while also being tanky. But if not for the Earthshaker, I definitely like to go the other facet when I'm doing this build. What I'm trying to do is trying to make sure that I... Am I not? Oh, there we go. What I want to do is turn my tankiness into extra Eidolons and thus into extra damage. Guy's blocking so much damage. I probably should just beat up the Oracle instead because he doesn't have a Stout Shield basically built in. Would have been slightly better, but this is the enemy carry this game, surprisingly. So because there is a little a nasty Enigma hero here who I have to concern about Echo slamming me to death, I instead went for Event Horizon, which will make it so they walk away from me slower, which is also fine because if I'm really, really tanky, them walking away from me is going to be a little bit difficult because I will end up staying alive longer. It's only within 600 radius though, so you have to be kind of close to them. Here's another aspect of the hero that people don't really pay attention to. A lot of innates like this are kind of undervalued, but allies within 500% or 500 distance of me have up to 9% damage reduction. So if I'm standing next to allies, they're getting 9% damage reduction. And by the time I'm 18, it's 15%. So if I'm standing directly on top of them, it's 15. And that increases to the maximum strength when the ally is at 200 distance. So they have to be within 200 units of me for me to give them a bonus in health. So that also goes for my Eidolons, basically. Gravity while taking less damage. So the Eidolons that are next to me are simply going to be tankier. And here's another part. If I increase my raw health on Enigma, that also increases my Eidolon health. So 3%. So if I increase my survivability and I increase my teammates' survivability and I buy aura items, then I am basically making everybody tankier, which is just really, really good for the group as a whole. I definitely should have planned ahead on this. There's no way that they can contest Eidolons here. But until then, I'm just going to resume last hitting. So I like buying Helm of the Dominator when I go for this build. I have seen a pro do this before, which I was really excited about when I first saw it. But I think it's a fun build. It gives you armor, it gives you HP regen, which you kind of need, and it gives you survivability with a little bit of attributes too. I'm just trying to beat this guy up as much as I can here. Got a Tango there from Joe, and now a Helm of Iron Will. So I like to get a lot of Ironwood branches and a Magic Stick because it's going to increase my survivability in the laning stage as much as possible, basically. Them having Dispel was really nasty against Malefice, I gotta say. But we'll make it work here. I'm just trying to get as many last sets and denies as possible, and I'm doing decent. I'm up to 16 here. If you haven't played Enigma before, the way that the Eidolons work is they duplicate after 6 attacks. So you go from 3 to 6. If any of them die, you're going to lose out. I missed an Eidolon there, I didn't realize. I must have click dragged incorrectly. Trying to stop his spellcasting. I didn't spot the rotation. I think that was fogged, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it wasn't. Thinking of a different game. But yeah, they attack 6 times, they duplicate, and then you get double the damage, basically, for the extra Eidolons. In no way am I upset to attack this guy under tower, especially when my Eidolons are tanking. This felt nice. My guy's doubled, which is great. If you lose any Eidolons before they duplicate, it's pretty rough because you end up losing a lot of damage. Got a crown here. Got a nice wand. I am not in any way afraid to let my Eidolons hit him. This does cost me a little bit of HP, of course. I could have maybe Ironwood branched. This is really greedy to stay. I was basically showing on creep waves, but I was too in my head here, thinking about Micro and Eidolons here, to use my brain and avoid death. But it's okay. An occasional death is not that bad, especially when I have this many last hits. Once this guy gets 6, I have to start being careful about Eidolons. Basically, looks like they're up to 225 now. Not that much. I mean, 3% of my health is really not that much. It means I get 1,000 HP and they get 30 HP. So, ends up being a little bit extensive to get them a lot of HP, but it makes HP items slightly better on my hero. If I get, what, 1,000... If I get 100 health, they get 3 HP, which is really not that much.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Another Dispel once again. I don't need to all in here. I decided to buy Boots of Speed here before finishing the Helm because I wanted a little bit of survivability, pretty much. I can tank this a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. Very important that my Eidolons don't die before they split. Any extra gold I get is great. Running with my Eidolons over here. Probably should have done a bunch of attacks before I used my Q, because he was just going to Dispel it, so use it a couple times, then use it. Might have been better. I'm checking for small camps here. I decided to leave one Eidolon because I didn't want to give them a chance to pull. He does have level 6 here. I have to be kind of careful. Decided to bring my Eidolons over while I thought I was maybe going to die.
You're a beautiful person with a charming personality.
And once I finish my Helm of the Dominator, I'm going to be a lot stronger in this lane. If I wasn't worried about getting Echo Slammed, I might instead rush the Helm quicker. Or maybe if I wasn't worried about Earth Spirit rotating on me, which had happened a couple times, I might have finished Helm first. But I think this is fine. When you're playing offlane like this, there's just a lot of potential gold that you can get. And I just really like how much control this hero gives you over getting last hits. Because with all these Eidolons, I just have like utter lane domination pretty much. I could have Black Holed here, maybe. Maybe I should have, because Oracle's probably not 6 yet. It would have probably been a possible kill. Black Hole does 50 damage per second. Or sorry, 100 damage per second. So it does 200... It does 400 magic damage, actually, which is crazy. Pure damage. 400 pure damage. So he just simply walked up and Echo Slammed, and I died. And that was, we'll call that a bad play. Take a look. It was just 11 sources of Echo Slam damage and an Aftershock. That was it. Echo damage 90. So for every creep there, I took 90 damage. So I got exploded. That was a big mistake. Let's check the net worths. He's now equal to me despite having a worse lane because I fucked it up. Oh, he's actually got a lot of last hits. Oh, that's because he just Echo Slammed like an entire creep wave and my Eidolons. That makes sense. So not only did he kill me, but he also got that extra. The upside is that now that Echo Slam's on cooldown, I know that he can't Echo Slam me. And I just finished my Helm of the Dominator, so I can use this plus Skeletons to get a bunch of damage. These are increasing my damage by 2 for each one, which is very good on my hero. I decided to Black Hole this because I'm like, well, this guy's not 6. This guy doesn't have Echo Slam. And then it's just easy, despite me having a gazillion units. Very simple to get this double kill. I got 500 gold out of that, and I get the tower, and I push the next wave. This is just a really good creep to have for me. Plus 6 damage on every one of these Eidolons. 6 times that is basically like an extra Eidolon or something. So I can basically just power farm here. If I wanted to, I could be spending the mana to recontrol new units, but the Dark Troll Warlord is just really good on me. So I'd rather just auto attack, to be honest. I blocked that camp. That was bad. But I picked up Cobalt Cup and mana regen. I feel like you can usually get away with not getting Arcane Boots on this build, and I think it's better because if you spend the 900 gold or so to get the Arcane Boots, that delays your Helm of the Dominator or your other items. I think the Wand and a possible neutral item is usually going to do enough to make that feel alright. I wanted to maybe kill this guy because he was a little bit low. I fucked up not using Cobalt Cup right at the start, though. It wasn't bad. But if I did use Cobalt Cup and approach him, and another thing I shouldn't have done is I shouldn't have Malefaced right away, I think. I think I should have waited a second to Malefice. Like, who knows, maybe I can approach him with my creeps. Or maybe I could wrap my creeps around this way and have them approach this way, perhaps. That way they're behind. Like, there's a chance I get that kill. He's a pretty high armor hero, and I think this is their offlaner. He's got 8 armor here, so he's a little bit hard for me to blow up. But now that I take that tier 1, I basically have full control here. And what I should be doing is controlling this whole area and possibly pushing towers, which, to be honest, is probably the better use of my time. This is something that I struggle with a little bit as a player, is that when I do have really good push, sometimes I basically just sit in my lane and I don't really advance very much. And this is not a good thing, of course. Okay, I managed to get the kill. I should have gone to deny him a little bit earlier. If we take a look at my raw net worth, it's really, really high. Because after I took that tier 1 tower, I had crazy control of this area. Like, I still got gold out of this despite my death. Because I killed the Ogre Magi, so it's obviously not great. Because they're probably still getting a lot of experience and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to finish my items. And again, the whole purpose of this is to go auras. Because I want to basically use my gold in my advantage to make it easier for my team to fight. And to do that, I need to spend my gold on items that make both me and my Eidolons more tanky, so it's easier to push, basically. And now I'm working towards a pipe. The reason I'm doing a pipe here, I'm just going to black hole both of these guys. Felt nice. 2 heroes together, I get to do a little black hole. And then what do? You push the tower. Got Helm the Dominator to have a crazy amount of health and regen and armor. It has +4 armor, +12 regen. So +12 regen, +4 armor. It's also got a 3 armor aura, which works for my Eidolons as well. It just means that I've got damage plus tank to take towers. So when you have the ability to take towers and pressure towers, it's really helpful if you just go around the map and you do all 3 towers really quick. Normally, I would just sit top and sit here for a really long time, but it's just not a good idea to do this. Because instead, what I can do is guarantee that we take the tier 1 towers, and that accelerates our game. I took a new creep. This is because I was worried about a possible blink dagger on this guy. He was actually going Ags, so it wasn't like a founded worry. But I thought bringing magic resistance creep over would be better. I decided to pipe this guy because I was worried about him dying, but it just ran out, so I actually wasted my pipe, unfortunately. But here I am, level 10. Eidolons on tower. I could maybe walk over and help, but I was a little unsure if I would be able to do much. I left my creeps on the building here. Unfortunately, I killed all the trees. Just gonna wail on this guy. I figured that would be a good chance of getting a kill because this is a lot of Eidolon damage and it's kind of early game. He also doesn't have Hell the Dominator, which is a normal build, so he didn't have any regen or armor to take advantage here. I'm up to 54 magic resistance with this Cloak Aura, by the way. So in this position of the game, did I get the tower too? I did also kill the tower, which is great. So I got the tower basically for free. That's 2 towers now, and now I just have this like gigantic level advantage. Eidolon attack speed at 10 is what I picked up here at level 11. I could have taken it at 10, but instead I got Midnight Pulse. You can kind of argue whether or not that's a good choice or not. I did that way too early. Nice kickback by him. He's getting creeps. I've got a black hole. Kind of thinking about it, but I decided to pipe here since we're under tower now. And now we could hit tower if we so wish. I'm going to retreat from the tier 2 a little bit because I'm kind of worried. And I'll take this creep because it's left over here. Alright, next up items. I decided to buy Arcane Boots because now I'm struggling on mana a little bit. I went for the solo kill because you might as well. If you're getting kills, that's not a bad thing. Especially if we've already got the tower advantage. I actually don't hate at all if he hits me with this, because I'm regenerating 28 HP per second between these two items. Now they're just kind of doing crazy stuff. Trying to keep this thing alive. Fortunately, I accidentally attacked it. Bummer. And then I'm going to buy a mech afterwards. Pipe did not save him, unfortunately. Just killing with Eidolons, I guess. I decided to buy mech next, so I can help keep us alive against possible Echo Slams. This is when I truly realized that he had Ags. Is that burning damage that I really don't care about? He can ignite me all day. I literally don't care. Regen is like my best stat right now. Regen? Regen, regen. 3 regen items. My raw HP is not so good, but if I press pipe, it's good. And if I press mech, it's good. Effectively, this is 700 HP that these give me. Tumbler Toy, Poor Man's Shield, Brigand's Blade. I don't really want Brigand's Blade. I assume I took Tumbler's Toy, but I feel like I should have kept the cup. Magic resistance is really good. There, I think I was taking majority magic damage, so I thought the mana regen would be fine. I could have taken cast range as well. I think the cast range would have been alright. Wouldn't have been upset about that. Right on the edge of that Corona there. Need to get here so I can save my teammates. There's a little pipe. Use my mech as well. Didn't get the deny, unfortunately. I decided to run left to try to cover this guy, but it ended up not being very useful. I think the fight is basically just over at this point. Like, I burned my cooldowns trying to help. Didn't work out quite perfectly. I mean, Void lived, I guess, which is important, but came over here to get a little neutral. That's all fine. Tumbler Toy. I could be using it. Did I, though? Nope. Kept free. Oh, there we go. I used it. And now I'm going to go push out top, because, like, playing in this mid area, we could do it or whatever, but it just feels like a little bit of a waste. Because our chances of being successful in getting kills with the danger of them just, like, dumpstering us just feels kind of spooky to me. So I decided to go push out top, because that would also help me finish my next item. Now, they don't have, like, a conventional carry, which is, in some ways makes our game a lot easier, because we don't have to worry necessarily about getting out-carried, but there's always still a worry against the Earthshaker. So I basically just had to be concerned the entire game about getting Echo Slammed on top of my creeps. So you maybe don't notice me doing it very much now, but as the game continues and we're doing like death pushing, you're going to notice that I try to keep the Eidolons away from the mass, which is simply the safest thing to do. I've got my Griefs coming now. And Griefs might seem a little underwhelming to you because a lot of people don't really buy them these days, but the one thing about them that's very nice is they give everybody on your team 3 armor in an AoE. So a 3 armor AoE is quite good, I would say. I think I should have TP'd possibly to that. Nah, I guess I got him anyways. I'm going to push out top with my creeps. So 3 armor aura. If they get low, it jumps up to 8. And it does give you mana regen, of course. 5 mana regen when your health is below 25, which is kind of cool. And then I'm just using Eidolons to beat up the tower while my team does a fight. And then back in, of course. Okay. Little free tower while we win a whole team fight. It don't get better than that. New creep wave just spawned. Yeah, I was going to say I wanted... popping my heals. I got all 3. Alright, check out this damage, guys. Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? Let's see how much damage I did. I did 4,000 damage in that fight. It was not a good choice, but I did survive the Echo Slam. That was one part that I didn't really anticipate. He only did 2k damage, it said. But he killed all my Eidolons. I think if I had the other facet there, I might have been able to get a kill. Because all that damage he did to me would have spawned Eidolons. And then when I Black Holed, I would have had more damage to layer with my ability. But I certainly did explode. I briefly thought about queuing up Axe because I was like, I feel like I'm getting all these great black holes and like they're not going to be able to stop me from damaging them because it does 4% of their max health for 4 seconds. So it's 16% of their max health in damage, which is fine. Midnight Pulse does current. So doing a mix of current and max is quite good. But I also didn't get like black hole damage per second talent. So I wasn't 100% that it was the way to go. My Eidolons right now are at 290 HP. The 15 talent is really important on Enigma for this build because it gives you 250 health for free. Usually when you buy all these auras, you struggle a little bit on raw health. But when you get that talent, it synergizes amazing with all these resistances that I'm playing with. At this point, the item decision that I end up going for ends up being a little bit up in the air for a couple reasons. Normally, you might think like, why not upgrade your helm with a Dominator? And to be honest, I usually don't in this build because I just feel like there's more important items usually. I might want like a Lincoln Sphere. I might want a Black King Bar. I might want a Shiva's Guard. Like there's a lot of auras that you can buy that make your team stronger that I could purchase perhaps. Ags is almost certainly not the item. I just don't really see that being the item unless you're going like a Blink BKB build, so I shouldn't rely on it probably. I'm looking at Gale Guard here and probably Magic Resistance, but I don't think the cast range one is bad either. I could also get GPM bonus. 100 GPM is a lot. I straight up don't remember what I got, but 135 cast range looks really good. We'll see what I get. Until then, I am farming, and I did go cast range with Gale Guard. Just a black hole over your Chronosphere that didn't hit anybody. I got 2 seconds of that, which wasn't the worst. Chasing these guys. Our Spirit was doing a very good job getting them away from us. It's looking for a little creep to take. Alpha Wolf is very good.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
We got their tier 2 now, which is great. So then I started to work on this ancient stack, which is like awesome, right? Like hell yeah, ancient stacks. The problem is that they have these double creeps that are giving them 10 HP per second. So it gets kind of hard to kill them. And at the same time, we started like trying to poke and kill these other heroes, which I wasn't super about. I was checking the range there with my mouse. So I piped my team. This Fissura's kind of screwing me though. I can't really approach, and these guys are still beating me up, which doesn't feel so good. Got the Greaves off. The Echo Slam eventually kicks in. Need to use Gale Guard. I don't know if I remembered, to be honest. I forget to use this a lot. So I end up taking just a straight up bad fight, unfortunately. And I send my courier out to go buy an item, and I decided to buy a Helm of the Overlord first. And I think I did this partially because of the raw HP, because I felt like I needed more survivability against physical damage. But but it's basically just a stat item. Like, it's not like an incredible stat item. You go from 6 to all to... It's just plus 15, which is exactly what this gives you. So it's basically just putting an ultimate orb in your inventory. But having a stronger creep is certainly good. It's going to be harder for it to die compared to the other creeps. Way more raw HP. They have, what, 1800 HP? Yep, minimum 1800 HP. 12 health regen, 4 mana regen, 7 armor. It's pretty good. Got 2 abilities. We're doing a little smoke looking for a kill here. I've got black holes, so like taking a little gank fight is really not a bad way to spend our time. We did a bad job against this invoker, unfortunately. Just want you guys to see that I lowered his base armor by 50%. Isn't that great? I'm gonna pipe just in case there's an echo slam. I'm standing back a little bit because I don't want to get echoed. Okay, that looked fine. I did pop my pipe though, which means we gotta be a little careful. Hit him with the petrify creep. Little midnight pulse. Popped a Greaves after the echo. Fall back on Oracle. Looks like my creep died somewhere. I do not know where. Looking for a new one. I decided to get the small one. The big one can make one unit attack faster and does an AoE slow nuke, but this little guy gives you 25 attack speed aura. And it gives you accuracy as well. So my Eidolons, I don't know if they have any accuracy stuff or evasion. They probably don't. But it makes all of my guys attack 25 attack speed faster, which is a big deal. Our Spirit was really just like punching people to keep them safe. I used all my auras though, it wasn't very good. Decided to buy a plate mill, which is going to be part of an AC. They are kind of spread out. Could Greaves to remove this. Against the Gleipnir, I decided to go for it. My Eidolons just happened to kill that guy. Which I did not realize they were on him, but that was cool. So far, the Earth Spirit really hasn't been that big of a threat to me, because I've got crazy regen, so I can basically sustain through his ulti. It does 85 damage per second, but that's going to be halved. So it only does like 40 damage per second, and I heal for 35, so like... how does he kill me, man? We're going to do a little tower pressure here. Can't use Midnight Pulse or it's going to stop the stun, so I have to be a little careful. Wait for that to hit. I'm going to press Greaves, give people mana back. He got an Oracle kill, which is great. Standing away from my creeps. Oh, he pushed me far. Does he have an Aether Lens? He does. Pop my pipe here. Put a Midnight Pulse down behind. He did it again. If only I put this like slightly to the right. I wasn't sure what was going on because I was confused because that was like so long. I feel like the problem was that Gabba stayed mid the whole time. Personally. Like his kill was good. His kill on Oracle, this is great. But then he sat here and he hit tower, I think, instead of playing with us, is what it feels like. I'm getting like knocked in there and instead he goes to hit this tower. Like why doesn't he come fight with us? I feel like he should be in there with us, not hitting this building. Like if he just goes in this fight, I feel like we kill everybody. Instead our whole team dies. And he doesn't even get the range barracks because he didn't get all the creeps, so... I don't know, he basically traded a lost fight for a tier 3, which is not a good choice, I don't think. Because that felt very weird. I was like, I just kept getting hit back. And this guy was alive. I had no idea how he was alive. I didn't recall that one. And then I kept the creep next to him because it's giving him attack speed, which is a good use of my time. Push back out waves, be a little bit careful for now. These bad boys are attacking with 35 attack speed between my Eidolon talent and this War Drum guy. So here's normal speed, by the way. This is how fast they're attacking. This is a normal game speed. They're chugging. They push so fast. I've always really liked, with this build, transitioning into AC. Because it makes my Eidolons crazy strong. I'm spreading my Eidolons out a little bit to possibly give vision. But we have insane wards. So I didn't really need to, but...
Your shrine has fallen to the radiant.
AC is also kind of cool on Enigma because usually what ends up happening is you eventually die to like physical damage, so the extra 15 armor is really not bad at all. And the other cool thing is that I already give 3 armor with Guardian Greaves, so like if you build AC and Guardian Greaves, you're giving 8 armor to your whole team. 8 armor is crazy. That's like a plate mail to your whole team. It's very difficult to give AoE armor in the same values these days, but AC has always been good. But pairing both together, there's not a lot of heroes that can justify Greaves and AC, I feel like. And the Dispel, so annoying. We wanted to Chronosphere those racks, which he was successful at, of course. Doing a pipe there to cover the squad a little bit, giving Gabba some mana now. This guy's got a Crimson Guard, by the way. Is why he's so hard to kill. He's damage blocking a huge percentage of the time. My pipe's on cooldown. Luckily, I was resisting some damage here for the squad. Still alive. Trying really hard to black hole. And I did get one of them. Got some Eidolons off before I died. My war drums are still there. Good pull attempt there by the Earth Spirit. This guy's just focusing on like 4 staffing. That guy dies so easy. No Helm of the Dominator, man. He just dies so easy to physical damage. You need the armor, guys. Did the most damage by a little bit.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Creeps on building.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This thing tanks tower so easy. Most of the time. He lived for so long. He's trying to help. And then I TP'd out top because I was like, well, I don't need to... I'm not going bottom. That fight's over. Might as well push out the wave. And I didn't want to lose my Ancient Thunder hide. Or Rumble hide. He doesn't deserve it, you know? Oh my god. Don't tell me he got killed on the way. I lost something. I think I lost my courier is what happens. Yeah. Lost courier. I picked up Daisy and Bloodright, which was a bit interesting. It's very effective on Enigma because it's going to increase the AoEs of Midnight Pulse and Black Hole, which are obviously incredible abilities. Little pipe here. Not my Rumble hide. This guy really loves doing this shit. Felt nice to kill him. And now, the glorious items here. I mean, don't these items just look beautiful, guys? I mean, this gives me 7 armor. This gives me 7 armor. That's 14 armor, and this gives me 15. So I have 20. This green, 29. This is literally all my items. So I take 29% of physical damage that people throw me. Not that they have much. You know, they don't have a traditional carry, but... I got all this armor, and I got lots of magic resistance with Pipe of Insight. Isn't that sick? And I got Brawny. I don't think I had the magic resistance enhancement available, but slow resistance, health regen, raw health, all good things on my hero. How much regen is this guy pumping out now? 20. With Pipe, Aura, and regen. That's 5. It's pretty good. Then I push out top. With my little Eidolons, don't stand directly next to them because of the Earthshaker, of course. And I'm going to buy Shard. This is something I sometimes buy earlier because it'll give you more Eidolons with your Shard, with your Malefice stun. It also increases the stun duration by 0.3 seconds, which is quite good. But since they had the counter with the Oracle, I just didn't
is under attack.
Feels super confident putting all that effort into it. Killed a lot of my guys. Gabo once again chronosphered buildings. That's also with the larger chronosphere AoE. That's a big chronosphere and he hit 0 people. Kind of cringe.
Is under attack.
When the Midnight Pulse after that stun is done. And he's like over here somewhere.
Dire's top
Hitting
tower
buildings.
has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top
There's the
barracks
pipe. There's
has
the
fallen.
Greaves. I should probably landed disable. Most likely.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, good Glimmer. And he tornadoes me. I just did the black hole. What interrupted me? Silence, I think. My Thunder hide.
Dire's middle
My Rumble hide. Leave my Rumble hide alone.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Okay, he lived. Thank God. He's the most... We're kind of throwing big time. Look at the gold. Whew. They did buy back 2, but they killed everybody, so... I did like okay damage. It's mostly Midnight Pulse. My black hole was not good. That's kind of what it felt like. The Chronosphere is a little bit rough.
Radiant's
Having
top
Daezoon Blood right with Brawny feels kind of good too, because I'm spending a lot of mana to cast spells. Actually, I'm really getting wrecked on Demonic Summoning. 200 to help the cast this.
Radiant's middle
It's supposed to be like
tower is
150
under
or something
attack.
like that. My Rumble Hide, where are you at? Is that right? Yes, Rumble Hide. Excellent. I took this because I wanted to hit 25. You get the extra Demonic Summoning. Plus 4 Malefice instances is really good too. If they don't have a crazy amount of Dispels, of course. I decided to queue up an Aether Lens next. This is maybe a bit questionable. I could get like an Octarine Core or something like that instead, but this is kind of like in crazy late game positions where like the items I buy are a little bit superfluous. But Octarine would be really good for raw health. It'd be okay for raw health and it'd give me a lot of mana regen, which is a little bit unnecessary. But it would lower my cooldowns, which is nice. Realistically, I could still buy like a Blink or something. I could always catch them. When they're staying a little bit too close together, I could still buy BKB. But I like the regen. Is that so wrong? I could buy Heart. That would give 30 more HP to my Eidolons, who currently have I don't know how much. This guy's got 50 magic resistance. It's really good. Alright, they have 321 HP. I'm gonna cut the creep wave here. Move the summons in a way that I will see them coming faster than I would have otherwise.
Dire are scanning.
This item is not worthwhile. The extra mana just doesn't matter. My team kind of getting caught here. I'm gonna have to run there while my Eidolons push. So I'm going to use these illusion runes for simple things, such as trying to get my opponents to go on them. Oh my god. Not my friend. That guy lived for so long. Got him finally. Bummer. Now I must go get a new friend. Wanted them to run at my illusions, so I ran it over there. They focus on them, which is good. This one's going to give me and all my dudes more HP. 19% bonus HP. So that puts me up to 3.6k. I gotta stop this. I could have done like a black hole there. We got a reflected chain frost. Eventually decided to press pipe. It was pretty late though. He didn't even Chronosphere either.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Must have been a gem.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Little midnight pulse here. I'm just gonna black hole him because I didn't want to guarantee his survive. It's a lot of damage. Does 800 pure basically. Then he pops.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Extra cast range is kind of nice though because it allows me to cast Black Hole in a safer way. Casting Malefice is a lot easier too. So it just makes it easier for me to play the game. Eidolon's up to 400 HP now with 63 magic resistance and a surprising 84 armor.
Dire's middle tower has
My
fallen.
big boy Golem
Dire's
giving everybody all this HP. It's like 20% HP on Void. Can't let my dudes die, so I'll grieve them.
Radiant victory.
I just love this build so much. It's so fun. You just become difficult to kill. And as a result, your opponent's like, you just get to cast Black Hole when you want. You don't have to mess around so much. Like, so much of Enigma is like, you're squishy and you have a crazy teamfight ultimate, so they just need to initiate on you. But with these items, like, it doesn't matter if they initiate on you because they just can't kill you in one burst. Your strength gain is not that bad on the hero. You've got 2.5 strength gain. So your strength gain is quite good. And then you have all these resistances. It's difficult for them to kill you. You're protecting other people on your teammates as well, on your team as well. And then you have pushing powers with demonic summoning. And at any moment, you could channel this like 4-second BKB piercing spell that damages a lot of heroes. It's really strong. And this is the other fast that I was referring to. Every 375 damage from any source, you spawn an Eidolon. Damage counter resets to 0 after 7 seconds. Eidolon created in this fashion grant 50% experience in gold. They gave a little bit too much gold before. So you can spawn like, 4 to 6 Eidolons or something for your whole health, which is going to increase your damage, obviously. And with AC, it actually works out nicely because they have more damage, So, I'm going to pause quick and reload the replay so we can look at damage done. Okay, so if we look at the damage dealt, right-click Malefice, Eidolon damage, a lot of Midnight Pulse. So this is a lot of times going to be like the Black Hole damage and the Midnight Pulse damage that I did that we're seeing in these numbers. This is what's really topping my numbers out. And frankly, a lot of times that I used Black Hole and Midnight Pulse, they weren't very good. They were kind of just racking up my damage numbers, not actually getting kills. But here's the duplicated Eidolons ones, I believe. Here's the primaries 3 to 8-3, the duplicated ones or something. But I did about 8,000 damage between the two. And then I've got damage from these other neutrals. Could be these as well, actually. I'm not quite sure. Dire Eidolons. I don't know. It's all confusing. I don't know where my Thunderhide dude is. But I did do damage. I killed people through False Promise in some cases. Decent. I did a little bit of healing. Not incredible, but good. I did a lot. My pipe was still going to be useful for sure. I don't know. Ores are still good. I just like being able to be the ultra tanky guy that they can't kill. And I can protect my allies. And at some point, I can cast a big teamfight ultimate. And they have to play around it. I think that's fun. I did end up doing the most damage this game. And I did do 12,000 building damage. So, yeah. This is my favorite Enigma build. With the exception of the facet being switched. But this one's not terrible either. There are probably moments they tried to run away from me because they thought I was going to black hole. And then I got them. So, obvious disclaimer, they didn't have a real carry. But they did have quite a few ways to stun me. They had like 4 different ways. Fissure would have been an obvious one. Earth Spirit had 2 different ways to stun me. So I could have, and he could silence me, obviously. He got me at least once with that. But game's fun. I really like playing this role. So if you guys want to try Enigma offlane, it's not bad. I've won ranked games with this quite routinely because you can really dominate the laning stage and then transition to like some crazy pushing, and then people just don't know what to do against you. Because if you are playing a Enigma build that is blink BKB as an offlaner, sure, you could like blink BKB, ulti kill like 3 people in a crazy fight, but landing that is difficult, and if they ever find you first, you're going to have a bad time, because even if you press BKB, you don't have armor, you don't have raw HP. A lot of times they end up killing you through that, or you're forced to use like a bad black hole, which doesn't feel very good. Whereas this build, I just feel like I get to do whatever I want. My innate feels good. I'm good at pushing. I don't have to worry about dying while I push. I don't have to play like a coward while I push. I can just get up there, push towers, and protect my team. And I'm making them better because I have an AC, you know? I could also buy a Vlad's or something. It's just kind of expensive. 2,000 gold for another 2 armor for my squad. It's okay. Like, lifesteal's fine, but it would have been good for Void maybe. But anyways, thanks for watching. That's Enigma 3, one of my favorite roles and item builds in Dota 2. Goodbye.